Learning objectives. After completing this module, learners will be able to define and understand role of advertising and its forms in our lives. Describe and understand the ways in which the advertising molds our perception of any product. List and know about the characteristics of a brand that is branded product. Describe and understand how a brand idea is conceived and launched in the market. Understand the links between advertising and our democracy. Understanding advertising. Introduction. Advertising strategies influence customers and their lives. Advertisements are mechanisms that are used to appeal to the customer and are powerfully linked to the consumer's self-image. The significance of a brand and the need to promote the uniqueness of a product is a key part of advertising. Creative advertisements appeal to the consumer need and focus on the significance of the key terms, brand and brand values in advertising. Advertisements or ads draw attention to various products and describe them positively so that consumers show interest and buy them. Manufacturers spend huge amounts of money to create a brand and ensure that people see their advertisements as much as possible. The ads appear on television and play on radio and also get displayed on the streets and in newspapers and magazines. Taxis and rickshaws carry the ads. They are played before the film begins in the cinema. Also, they appear on the internet and pop up in different websites. Advertising is mainly about building brands. Basically, branding is the stamping of a product with a particular name or sign. This is done to differentiate it from other products in the market. Branding actually originated from cattle grazing. Since cattle of different owners grazed together in ranches and often got mixed up, the owners started marking their cattle with their respective signs using a heated iron. This was called branding. Nowadays, products such as dals or pulses of different types are usually sold loose in the market. For example, masoor ki dal, urad ki dal, etc. These names are not brand names. However, when a company takes masoor ki dal and puts it into a packet, it needs to give the dal a special name. This has to be done so that the dal in that particular packet. Building brand values. After building a brand, the manufacturers have to convince the consumers that their dal is better than the others available in the market. This is why advertising is crucial in trying to convince us to buy the product that is advertised. After giving the product a special name, the task continues with highlighting the brand values. Advertising begin claiming certain special values for their brand, that is, create brand values using values to differentiate it. For example, the brand Top Taste Dal appeals to our social tradition of treating guests extremely well. The brand Best Taste Dal appeals to our sense of concern for children's health and that they should eat things that are only good for them. These brand values are conveyed through visuals and words to give us an overall appealing image. Brand values and social values. Advertisements are an important part of a social and cultural life today. People watch advertisements, discuss them, and often judge others according to the brand products they use. Thus, advertisements have tremendous influence in our lives. Getting people to buy a brand is not easy. Basically, it is expected that people, after seeing an ad, should want to buy the brand. Persons who make advertisements decide on what images, texts, and personal emotions to use to sell the product. They feel that they are unable to give their loved ones the best care that brand products appear to offer. Celebrities are used to promote products. They're telling the audience that the products are worth buying creates an impact. Social impact. Producing and showing advertisements in the media is very expensive. As there are so many ads in the market today, companies show their advertisement repeatedly to have it struck in people's mind. Thus, only large companies can advertise. Small businesses do not have enough money to show their product on TV or national newspapers and magazines. They then have to sell their products in the weekly markets and local shops. Advertising makes us believe that packaged products with a brand name are better than things that do not come in packets. But the quality of a product has not much to do with the packaging that it comes in. This impacts the sales of several small businesses and forces people out of their livelihoods. Advertising and democracy. In a democracy, all people are equal and should be able to lead a life of dignity. However, advertising tends to promote a certain lack of respect for the poor and makes us think of their lives as worthless. Advertising also highlights the lives of the rich and famous and makes us shift focus from issues of poverty, discrimination, and dignity. Advertisements also try to impose on us how our lives should be, what we should aspire and dream for, how to express our love, how to be smart, successful, and beautiful, etc. Social advertisements are the advertisements made by the state or private agencies that have a larger social message of awareness for the good of the society. For example, social advertisement regarding crossing of unmanned railway crossings, social advertisement regarding educational rights of disabled children, etc. As citizens of a democratic society, it is important for us to be aware of the strong influence that advertising has on our lives. We can make better decisions by critically analyzing and understanding whether we wish to buy a product or not. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. Advertising refers to the process of creation of a brand to launching it on radio, TV, newspapers, internet, etc. Advertisements are mechanisms that are used to appeal to the consumer and are powerfully linked to the consumer's self-image. The significance of a brand and the need to promote the uniqueness of a product is a key part of advertising. Basically, branding is the stamping of a product with a particular name or sign. This is done to differentiate it from other products in the market. Manufacturers spend huge amounts to do advertising and building a brand. Sometimes, advertisements flaunt too much richness and hence cause the public to ignore the poor. It thus becomes a hindrance to the cause of equality.